Hello, viewers. Good morning and welcome to today's edition of Personal and Family Security and Safety Programs. On today's edition, we are privileged to have a seasoned, broadly trained, and widely experienced security professional, Mr. Azubuike Nwenewo, MSc, PCI, PFSO, and CSS, be our security experts on the podium. We welcome you to this edition of the program. Personal and Family Security and Safety Program is brought to you by the company Secure Travel and Residence Services Limited. We are in the period described in the scriptures as the perilous times. Security problems worldwide have become very challenging. The security problem in Nigeria has deteriorated to the extent that it has become more and more difficult to guarantee our safety and security, with daily reports of multiple kidnappings, highway robbery, and invasion of villages by Fulani herdsmen and Boko Haram terror groups and other sundry criminal elements all over Nigeria. In major Nigerian cities, especially Lagos, Ibadan, Kaduna, Katsina, Sokoto, Maiduguri, Abuja, and surrounding villages and highways, kidnapping and banditry has been on increase. On December 11, 2020, just about 1 month ago, over 300 students of government boys secondary school near Kankara in Katsina State were kidnapped from their school premises, or said to be kidnapped from their school premises. Reports have variously put the amount of ransom paid out to £4 million. One of the students told the reporters that he overheard the kidnappers saying they have been given 30 million part payment, 30 million naira part payment for ransom for the students. Recently, several governors of the northern Nigeria, including the governor of Katsina State, have cried out about the unbridled banditry leading to kidnapping of all the men of some villages in the state by armed men. Many of the victims of the kidnappings are killed even when ransom has been paid. Many Fulani armed gangs have turned northern Nigeria into a theater of blood and carnage, kidnapping and highway robbery. Only recently, a video that trended on WhatsApp showed nearly 100 dead bodies laid face down on the Abuja-Kaduna Expressway, said to be the bodies of criminals that were killed in an attack by the Nigerian military. Gory as the mass of wasted human lives appear, it seems the government feels justified to show that terrible video, to show they are doing something to contain the extreme level of banditry and kidnapping on the Abuja-Kaduna Expressway. The security of the world generally, and Nigeria in particular, is not likely to get better. What then can we do? We at the African Town Hall Online Television, in conjunction with Secure Travel and Residence Services Limited, feel that the only way is to get smarter through constant security awareness education for individuals and continuous training for security professionals. To promote this needed security awareness education, to help our viewers, Secure Travel and Residence Services Limited and the African Town Hall Online Television created Personal and Family Security and Safety Program, through which we invite security experts to come to our online studios regularly on Saturdays to share with our viewers tips and strategies to help the viewing public and their loved ones and assets to stay safe and secure. Today, we are pleased to have a highly trained, experienced, and renowned security expert professional, Mr. Azubuike Nwenewo, here in our studios to share from his wealth of training and experience, tips, and strategies for individuals and families to mitigate the ever-increasing threat of criminality in our world today, which seems to have made Nigeria its hometown. Mr. Nwenewo has a master's degree in peace and conflict resolution, a BSc in sociology and anthropology. He's a certified professional investigator, post-facility security officer, and certified security specialist, all licensed by the American Society for Industrial Security, ASIS International, and the Nigerian Institute for Industrial Security, NIIS. And he is a member of these two security bodies, including the Port Security Officers Forum of Nigeria. He is the acting security chief of NIPCO PLC. Mr. Nwenewo is a seasoned security professional with wealth of experience in corporate security and risk management, criminology, peace building, and conflict resolution. He has experience that cut across residence/estate security, fast-moving consumer goods, hospitality industry, houses of worship, and maritime and oil and gas. Mr. Azubuike, welcome to our studios. Welcome to our studios.
Thank you, Francis.
Thank you.
My pleasure to be with you this morning. Thank you.
Very great. The pleasure is mine. Okay. Viewers, we invite you to participate in this discussion. Remember, this program is set up for your sake to give you security awareness, education which you need to stay safe in the world today. We want you to participate by leaving comments and asking questions in the comment section of both YouTube and Facebook, where we are reaching you live. Mr. Azubuike will help us to answer these questions in due course as we progress in this interview. We truly value your comments, but while making those comments, we ask you to remember to avoid defamatory and inflammatory remarks. When you visit our YouTube channel, The African Town Hall, we invite you to subscribe to the channel. Today we are considering how to prevent and mitigate the ever-increasing security threats of kidnapping and banditry all over Nigeria, especially in the north, both northeast, north central, and northwest of this country. We want to find ways that individuals and corporate organizations and even government departments can help themselves. Mr. Nwenewo will help us with all of this. When we return from this brief message, we will take from our sponsors.
Hello, everyone. We would like to introduce you to Graceworth Nigeria Limited. Graceworth Nigeria Limited is a Nigerian-owned and operated company using seasoned and accomplished professionals to execute complex security missions in conjunction with the host government to mitigate risk on behalf of our clients. Our team members have decades of experience in the security sector, bringing a wealth of knowledge and experience that not all security companies are able to offer. The success of the company is based on our unrivaled ability to build and maintain successful partnerships with our customers to provide professional and reliable security services. We pride ourselves on providing highly trained personnel experienced in dealing with the most complex of security issues. Since our formation, we have gained a reputation as a highly experienced company with a young energetic and forward-thinking management team, offering the highest level of professionalism. We offer the following services. 1. Security awareness and training. 2. Program support and consultancy. 3. Risk assessment and investigations. 4. Executive protection and travel management. You can contact us on +234 807 227 2799 or 0702 525 4858, or visit our office at 14 Buchanan Crescent, off Amanucano Crescent, West 2, Abuja, Nigeria. We would be glad to have you. Graceworth, leave your worries with us.
Thank you. Mr. Azubuike, from your privileged position as a security professional, please highlight the major security challenges faced by individuals, families, and corporate organizations today in all parts of Nigeria. Can you help us kind of throw lights on the trending and major security challenges we face today as a way of giving consciousness to the people?
Thank you, Francis. Contemporary Nigerian society today is actually facing myriads of security challenges throughout. It's not actually the best of time and respect to security for the country as a whole. So therefore, individuals and public bodies and everyone within the country need to actually be aware and know what are the trending security threats around. Currently, we have kidnapping around, we have robbery, highway robbery, hard city robbery. We have even ritual killers roaming all around the streets, all around some other public spaces and ready for innocent victims to attack. We probably have the crime that takes place in the cyberspace, where people are kind of deceived to divert some personal information that eventually used against them. And beside that, we have this most disturbing one in the area of going into schools to kidnap a large number of students and taking them to bushes and start asking for ransom. And a whole lot of other city or urban crimes, the market robberies and the street robberies and attack early in the morning, late nights, and kidnappings and all of that. So individuals and corporate bodies need to actually be aware of these security threats around us and listen to best advice from those who are concerned with securing us. And this advice comes from time to time, comes from different mediums, through live television such as these ones, through newspaper coverage, through security magazines, and through security training and exposure and orientations offered all around the place. So individuals need to be aware of these current security trends and be able to know how best to mitigate and protect themselves against it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And everything concerning the matter of awareness is the need to provide information. Now, there's something you mentioned that kind of struck with me. When I practiced security, both in civil and industrial, all of which part I had experience with, I noticed that the security professionals and managers and directors struggle in their departments to be able to get the information clear in the mind of organization leaders, you know, what they need to be doing about security. And I heard you say they need to listen to the security professionals so they can learn. Can you please, maybe from experience, re-emphasize for the benefit of especially corporate organizations and even individuals to know that they need to stay close to security professionals and then get them to get involved in their affairs to be able to help them at least be conscious knowledge is the power if they take action on it, and sometimes they resist this power. Is there anything you can say to help them remove from their mind resistance from the security of professionals?
Thank you. This question is a very key one, especially for the security professionals in the corporate world and even extended to public as well. And people tend to put in measures often can, whether it is within the public space or within the private space, because they feel to some extent that security is actually coming to inconvenience what they are used to. And of course, we have to have this in mind that security doesn't come cheap. As a matter of fact, in life, nothing comes cheap. So it applies to security as well. Challenge at time. Should know that for that challenge to be solved and for security to provide its services, all the stakeholders have to make some kind of sacrifice to it. So my advice to corporate bodies is the starting point is to actually have a functional security unit, functional security department, functional security and functional security section that is manned by competent hands. It's gonna replace when you just go out there and then get any sort of guy to just stay within the gate and open gate and close gate and you feel everything is fine. Those decades are gone. These days the computer said have actually outgrown that mental stage of security and it is more of intelligence work now. So if you start by having a functional security unit, have competent hands to man it. You get your security team and then ensure that you empower them to know what to do, to know the right policy, and to equally get everyone within that space to buy into whatever measure the security team are going to put up to ensure that the corporate world is actually safe. And the best way to go about that is for every year, every annual budget, have a budget for security. Don't just see security as a cost center that brings in no revenue and therefore should be sidelined. No, the revenue driving bringing those revenues and the security ensures that the revenues are brought in are adequately protected. So in one way or the other, they are equally generating revenue indirectly. Because if at the end of the day you bring in all of the generate revenue, you acquire the machinery, you pay all the staff where everyone is actually living fast, and no one is safe within the such a business or corporate organization will actually struggle to survive. So have a specific budget. The budget may not be so large or so extravagant, but just have an average budget based on what the proposal that the security leader is actually going to submit to the C-suite members. And ensure that those budgets are actually implemented to the letter. Next to this is, and most importantly, ensure that every new staff that comes into such organization undergoes security induction. It is still within that induction that security will tell the new staff this is exactly what is expected of you to contribute in terms of security measure in this facility. And what are those things? Compliance and information sharing. Whatever measure that you put on ground to secure the assets of the company should be supported by every staff member. You don't just support by coming physically to engage in doing work. No, you support him to any requirement that you are asked to submit to. Maybe at the point of coming in, at the point of doing your job within the office space or within the premises, at the point of existing at the same time, comply with all their requirements. Don't just say that why should this stop my car to start asking me to display your ID card, what do you have in the boot, you never know what you're coming in with and all of that. Those are the small inconveniences that we have to do in order to ensure that the security of that organization is doing well. By the time the management ensure that every staff that is coming in come through that security induction, and then from time to time, the security individually come up to give security awareness as to the crime trend that is actually ongoing within that space of time, within the community, outside the community, around the city, even nationwide, and equally advise people on how best to go to ensure that they protect themselves against crime. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I like what you said about uh, the 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 protection of the assets, because many companies, their position is to be more mindful of the marketing department, the production department. But then if you get all of those together and one fell swoop, a safety issue or a security challenge occurs on that premises and all of them are gone, then it's not wise. It comes in my own learning on how to make money. In making money, you talk about face, you create money. You create money, and then you protect the money. You protect the money, and then you make the money work for you. I think I hope that many corporate organizations who may be viewing this at any time or now or later, or those who lead in organizations will know that um, making the money is as important as protecting the money. And that is a very wise counsel. There is highly appreciated. Okay, thank you. And there's an angle. I want to go to an angle that puts some of the responsibilities to individual hands. And I would like to state that uh, both during December, even now, up to today, as we speak, the media reports in Nigeria are replete with hundreds of violent crimes all over the country, everywhere. Yeah, some people will say that time it is something of ember months, but anyone that is in Nigeria will know that from January of 2020 to this January 2021, it has been one case or the other. And all these cases are involving human beings who are becoming victims. And that is the bad side of it. Human beings are becoming victims. So, in your own mind and as an expert, what kind of intelligence information, what kind of intelligence should individuals and families be collecting about themselves and their environment to help them to stay safe? Let's say someone lives in a house, in a place that is prone to these challenges. What should they be looking out so they can have advanced information of what is likely to happen in order to protect themselves?
Thank you. Thank you very much. And in our contemporary society today, funny that it seems, the bad guys, the criminal guys, tend to always think ahead of them. They tend to be ahead of this. Criminal guys take out their time to gather intelligence, profile people, profile communities, profile persons, and profile whoever they want to meet. So it is this intelligence that they use each time, and oftentimes they tend to be more successful than they fail. And so in matters of security, intelligence is actually very key. for the individuals and family, within you already know who you are, what you want, and what you're doing, and all of that. So you may not necessarily spend so much time gathering intelligence. And so you spend more time to gather intelligence about bad guys on the street, about the bad guys on the highway. What kind of people do they go after? What kind of business do they go after? What kind of community do they go after? How do they provide their victims? You know, without the movie even making any effort to know to be conscious of what they are actually doing. Then by the time the individual take that time to know the type of intelligence and profile that they fall into, if you fall in the working class area where you know that the bad guys will want to stage and kidnap, then you consult. You consult and then follow security advances and pick up measures that will put you away from such. It is better to put up certain measures and that for one reason or the other, the measure didn't go out well than not putting at all. Then if you live in a neighborhood, in a flashy neighborhood that you know that will be prone to armed attack and violent crime, we probably need to know what kind of guys, what kind of criminal gangs could be after this neighborhood. What are their capabilities? What are their strengths? What could they deploy? What could be the consequence of each action take against the community? And what would be the measure I need to take in order to mitigate myself and my family from this? But if you're the type that move around with large cash, some sort of credit cards and ATMs these days, and how expensive devices, of course, in expensive parts. You should probably know that you're sending a signal to some guy who could start filing you any moment. So gather intelligence about the criminal group. What what kind of working group do they target? What is always like targeting time eat, and what is always the consequences of each of their eating? And how do I go about mitigating against this for myself and for my family? How do I go about preventing this from actually coming my way? I guess those are the kind of intelligence that individuals need to be after. Gather more intel about the criminal themselves and act. Just the same way they gather intel and then profiling over the victims. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I think you've made some very cogent contributions to this important thing here. The people need to know the intelligence itself is just about advanced information that have been considered and found to be correct or a likely thing to happen, and everyone needs them. You know, wherever environment you are living, you said, I think people need to be mindful what could happen, who could do it, what's their strength, you know. So the what, why, when, how question should be answered about how safe people are. And I appreciate your bringing this up. Thank you very much. Well, viewers, you are still viewing the Personal and Family Security and Safety Program on the African Town Hall Online Television with Mr. Azubuike, Nwenewo, and ASIS International Board Certified Professional Security Professional Investigator, and the Acting Security Officer, Chief Security Officer of NIPCO PLC in Nigeria. Personal and Family Security Program is on air every Saturday at 11 a.m. Nigerian time. We are committed to the endeavor to bring to our online studios a security expert to help continue this discussion on the challenging security problems in the world today, which seems to have made Nigeria their hometown. Please join the discussion by making comments and asking questions on our YouTube channel, the African Town Hall, and on our Facebook page, which is also the African Town Hall. And then while there on our YouTube page, we invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is the African Town Hall, so that the next time we have live videos or post other videos of this nature and in other spheres, you will be able to receive notification of them. We appreciate your presence in our discussion today with Mr. Azubuike. Azubuike, the Nigerian government security agencies seem to be overwhelmed or totally clueless on how to handle the burgeoning insecurity in the country. What's your take on this? And do you have any counsel for service chiefs and government security agencies?
Thank you. Um, our gallant public security agencies, the personnel, I really appreciate them. I really appreciate their efforts, and I'm really feeling for what they are going through at this very hard time. In terms of going to use the word like clueless, I guess they are actually putting up effort. Indeed, they are. The only bad aspect is that the effort doesn't seem to be enough to confront what is currently facing them. And the truth remains that I guess we tend to be more reactive than we are proactive. Given our most of the indices we have around statistics and what have been laying out over the decades, the government ought to have expected that at some point things would break this way. For instance, our current population is growing at a rate of 2.6 per annum. That is currently. And then you look at GDP per capita, $2,222 per person. If you split that by 12 months, you're having roughly an individual earning about $150 something per month. And if you look at it, you find out that the rate of population growth is outgrowing the resources we have on ground. Therefore, there is bound to be a situation such as that we are currently having this current insecurity, and then put up measures that just stem them, that control them to put them at a minimal controlling level. For the government, they just have to realize that you don't fight the security of the majority. Armed forces alone. You need to look at so many other things, you need to look at so many other factors that you, that you could bring in to bridge the gap. For instance, there ought to be a good governance. So we said start first. Start with good governance. People that trusted governance that is inclusive in nature, that respects the rule of law. Anybody, some kind of sense that we've been alienated or not regarded or not being taken as part of the system. By the time you create this sort of system, you automatically creating a conflict life environment that can become anything anytime. Provide good governance to people, and then next to that, and back on it, economic development. Economic development through infrastructure development. If you embark on infrastructure development, you create a learning environment for business to thrive. The moment business begins to thrive, jobs will be created, work will be created, and a whole lot of the young people who are actually not seeing much of legitimate opportunity to earn a living we see a legitimate opportunity to earn their living and then they start engaging into them. It is when they run short of this legitimate opportunity because the environment hasn't been so so right for that. And then the temptation to start looking at the illegitimate ones will be so hard on them and where it ends up with crime. That is in the part of the London, big government and economic development. And next to it, it is high time the government should we don't do well on the centralized policing in practicing for how many decades now in the face of these traumatic security challenges, and we still want to maintain that ground. Far from it. Far from it. The centralized police remove police from the risk. Take it to the concurrent list and allow states, allow jobs, allow what, and whichever I consider them government tier that can afford to have their own policy. We call it common. They will work hand in hand with the federal one and ensure that community security starts from the community. Just the way call it that politics. Because I do not see any external adversary that will come into any community and then strike out an in-house adversary within that community with police support. But by the time we build a community-based policing structure, not just in the hands of the federal government, but in the hands of the community, local government, state or region themselves, you will have more robust police network to actually secure this space. And then the government security and all the government security agencies need to work hand in hand. The struggle for supremacy shouldn't be there. Work in synergy and then see yourself as pursuing one goal. By the time you see yourself as pursuing one goal, you share more intelligence, you work more hand in hand for whatever challenges that come up. If this agency is already on a particular crisis, and other agencies could just come in and then quickly assist them to arrest that issue. I recall in 1996 when a US military base was attacked in Koba community in Saudi Arabia by the militants. After that crisis, many American law enforcement agencies come into that crisis. CIA was there, the FBI was there. There's even this one that's called the DSS, Diplomatic Security Service. They were there. The military were also there, and they just put up their energy together and then come up with an investigation report that actually gave America kind of intelligence that they are using in that country today. So that's kind of synergy that our own people need to have. But working as this arm differently, that arm differently, the other arm differently, may not actually be for kind of result. We can judge the way we are seeing it now. And to add to that equally, it is high time the government create a specialized military on government spaces. Now, the bandits and the terrorists were smart enough to have known that those forests and government spaces have been left fallow. They put a gas in there and then took over the space. And this time, currently, as we are talking, their bases are located there, their camps are located there. That is exactly where they strike from. This time they strike, they run back there. So the government should then to create a specialized military arm that will have mandates in the bushes and forests and on government spaces. Instead of the bandits having camps there, let those specialized armed people also have their camps and command right inside the bush and drive them away. And then last and but not the least, just for my analysis, is to take over our border. Our border need to be well secured. The level of armed regulation is just too high in Nigeria today. And that is why the crime and all indices that have to do with crime seem to be on the increase. If you secure the ungoverned spaces in the forest and then carry out watertight access control within the borders, all the military borders, against the flow of arms into the country and of course armed innovation will entirely go down. And by so doing, we have actually removed a part of what is actually driving crime in Nigerian society today. So those are some of the things that the government and security agency need to do to actually face this crime, this security challenge. Thank you.
Thank you. That is very powerful there. And I like that you brought up this issue of the need to decentralize the police and community policing. Community policing is some subject that I'm very, very interested in. I'm carrying out a pre-documentary research on that. I would like you to stand by so that when that documentary starts, we will be with you on it and get your opinion on record as part of that documentary, if it is okay with you, because we need a discussion on the community policing so that when we start it, we will start it right. That is just what I think on that subject. Thank you very much for bringing that. We really cannot continue to run police the way we are running it at this time. Okay, quickly, um, most of the terrorist activities that take place in this world start with planning. And when we talked about intelligence today, talked about finding out what those people are doing and what they are capable of doing. So they start with planning and all that challenges, and they are science. They say wealth leaves signals. They are signs to the wealth we have in life. Now, the question I have here for you is, what are the basic signs that individuals and families could see that will indicate to them that they may be under threat of kidnapping or home invasion? Like the signs of criminal or terrorist act. Can you enumerate some of those signs for our listening public?
Thank you. You know, in our security circle, theft triangle talks about three elements: the motivation, the reason, and of course, the opportunity. And out of these three elements, the criminal bad guys have control over the motivations, the reasons, and the only element where the victim opportunity. And what I've been telling us so far is that a lot of people have not been taking advantage of this information to know that you have control over the opportunity you provide to the bad guys. That is just the truth. And uh, talking about science of attack within one that through the way of conversion, through the way of kidnapping. First is for the concerned individuals and the communities to have what we call situation awareness. If you are aware of what is actually happening in your community, within your space, the first sign you're going to see is that you start seeing some strange faces around, telling you that some guys can actually be out of surveillance and seem to see some kind of other strange activities like two or three people always sitting in a car by the side, always posing by the corner of the street or by the end of the bus stop, maybe taking some photograph, discussing just with him, among himself. Those are actually signs of surveillance on the review and victim, especially for home invasion. The home invasion is actually where we have to plan what they want to do. For the war of kidnapping can actually take place on the highway, it could be on the way to work, back from work to home, on the way to anywhere. And except when it's about to happen on the deliberate, you just see some cars and trading you from some meters now, you see that same car just trading you. each corner returns their own two, return another corner their own two. So it is just on that immediate I mean, realize that something bad is about to happen for kidnapping. But for home invention around the group, you might even begin to see some strange activities around there as well. And of course, like we talked about details before, having information ahead of time. If you're the type, if the family of the person involved is actually the type that is well active in the community, that really start to take place. It's either he finds out himself or through intelligence is going to gather from neighbors or other people around. You certainly know that something is in the offering, that means it has to do something. So there will always be those signs there, signs of surveillance and signs of surveillance and places, strange activities around that world and all of that. These are the things that we need to be aware of by maintaining active situation awareness all the time in our spaces.
Okay, thank you very much. And following with that is the fact that one of the most harrowing experiences of life is being a kidnap or highway robbery or home invasion by armed robbers victim. When anybody is assailed, especially at the beginning of those actions, the first contact and the proceedings, it is a very harrowing experience. Everybody that recounts it, it sends chills to your nerve each time you see it. And if you have experienced it, you know that that is not fun at all. So, what counsels can you give to individuals who fall victim of either home invasion by armed robbers or those who are kidnapped either on the road at home, how they can conduct themselves, especially in those tense moments, so that at least they can stay alive? Because it is not what the robbers took away from you that is important. What is more serious is our lives and the danger of harm and injury. So, do you have an idea of how people can comport themselves during an incident to enable them survive?
Thank you, Francis. It is actually a harrowing experience that no one should wish to go through. It's a very bad experience. And my counsel to anyone who finds himself in such condition is just one, one, one very important thing: cooperation. When you're confronted by armed group, armed group that are ready for just anything. They've already said they're target, they know what after, and the person who they are holding is actually the weakness of that target. The moment they want to make out big, because today in Nigeria, crime and incident has overeaten commercialized, and that's just the saddest part because they have become some sort of trade to some persons. So while they're going to, they already have a target that I want to make 8 million from this project, I want to make 50 million from this and all of that. So the only advice I would give to whoever falls such a victim, that has it is just to cooperate with them. Don't go about putting up some kind of resistance, trying to show another Schwarzenegger in their list, another Stallone Cobra in their list. No, that will be counterproductive. Except you have an equal arm that can as well stand their own, which I need to know out and whoever find themselves in such condition is going to have. Don't stop any sort of resistance. Just cooperate with them the way they want it. All should be your concern at that time is just to come out. The paramount thing is that the person comes out alive. Whatever it takes to cooperate with them, cooperate with them as long as it has. I guess the aggression will be less when they are sensing good cooperation from or experiencing resistance from such victims. So the best advice is just cooperate. Okay.
Okay, thank you. We usually have an off-the-cuff question during this interview. We bring in something that, and you have a choice to answer this question or not answer it. The reason is that it has some element of giving the situation in Nigeria. So you choose to answer it, or you can say no to it, and you can share your opinion. Feel free to do so. And the question is this: we want to know your take on the call for service chiefs who have obviously overstayed their welcome in the Nigerian security space, coupled with abysmal performance and worsening security situation in the country. People have called for them to be changed, to resign and retire. And I do not know why they themselves are not choosing the path of honor by resigning. Some of them have stayed are now up to 41 years in service instead of the constitutionally provided